As you sit down, please, just for the time being, direct your attention to the silence outside. And as I shared with you many times, the sounds that you hear, like I am speaking now, over that you have no control. If you speak a word, you sing a song or say something, over that you have a control. You can speak, or you need not speak. Speak quietly, loudly. You have a choice. But over the sounds that others produce, you have no choice. And the sounds that others produce are a million kinds, whereas silence neither you produce nor others can produce. Silence ever existing, natural. In the silence you can speak, or others can create different types of sounds. Now direct your attention within. Same principle. There are thoughts of two broad kinds. Certain thoughts which you can initiate as I am talking. There may be so many thoughts coming in, but I choose to talk one particular strain of thought. The thoughts on your mind, self-knowledge, awareness. There may be thoughts of my village, my childhood, my friends, but I don't talk it to you. The memories that are flashing, over that we have no control. Memories are of million kinds. The thoughts that you initiate, you can stop as you choose. Whereas awareness yourself, no memory can produce, no thoughts can trigger. Self-existent, ever-existent. Be that silence, awareness. Then see that every thought is a suggestion. memories flash not to torment, but to appear and disappear. It's up to you to choose to act on or not to act on. That there is a thought is not a problem. When you unconsciously act on it, speak it out, you create unnecessary, unwanted, unsolicited chain reactions. Can your speech and actions be conscious? Conscious action, conscious speech. Then whatever you speak or do, you take the responsibility for it. Catch it at the level of thoughts. Every thought, innocent picture. As I told you yesterday, a thought like a picture reminds you something but never recreates. The photograph of your childhood reminds you of your childhood but doesn't make you a child again. Any memory for that kind. Like a photograph that reminds, doesn't recreate. Who you are is an album of consciousness on which these photographs of memories appear at random. Just be the self. Awareness at all times, all places. The more and more you enjoy a very conscious mind, easier it is for you to be yourself. So being yourself doesn't mean you are struggling with your thoughts or fighting with your memories. You be the stillness. Allow the thoughts to move. Choose. Before you act on. No thought is a problem. Unconscious acting on the thought triggers your wrong involvement. Just see that, please. Sahanavatu Sahano Noktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidyushavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunamhitarthaya Tattva Bodho Vidiyate. Okay, you have seen already 4 qualifications. Go to page number 6, please. Uparamakaha Swadharmanushthanameva Titikshaka Sitoshna Sukhadukhadi Sahishnutvam. So please see that. Now a mental disposition is described, enjoying which facilitates your understanding or being with yourself. Your logic, your preparation, your disposition does not create the truth. Even if you are illogical, you are insensitive, unprepared, the truth is not going to disappear. It's not going to change the fact that you are the happiness. Whether you are prepared or unprepared, whether you like it or not, whether you believe or don't believe, you are always the happiness, the absolute immortality. For you to own it up, you need that preparation of the mind, because, as you have been seeing it, to gain something which is already gained. Please remember that principle again and again. Why am I repeating it once in a while? Because it's not only I do that, in scriptures also it is there. Always repeat, repeat, repeat about yourself, because these dimensions are not available for us to be discussed all the time. Sensations, you don't have to ask somebody to repeat. You get free donations. Oh, please appreciate. Lovely breeze is blowing. Oh, so nice. You don't have to, somebody doesn't have to remind the sensation of cool touch in the early morning. As you are walking down, lovely fragrance from beautiful flowers, fragrant flowers reach your nose. Wow, so nice. From a distance, in the night, middle of the night, the flute comes down. Oh, or somebody shrieking or shouting. Oh, painful. You open your eyes, full of sensations. Sunrise, sunset, clouds, blue sky, lovely mountain, bald mountain, green cover, natural. A nice man or woman, or somebody ugly, stupid, insensitive. Sensations are millions, and you don't need to talk about it or initiate somebody into sensation. It is spontaneous. That myself is happiness, though it's a fact. The fiction has taken over the fact. Perceptions have taken over the reality that you are. Sensations have completely overwhelmed the happiness that you are. That is why again and again it has to be reminded until it becomes effortless. So in a class, the teacher reminds you. When you go back to your room, you consciously remind yourself. Because the language that we have learned so far is the language of sensation. That is why you can see, you may be convinced that you are the happiness, but for a cup of coffee, you shall fight. Not that you cannot afford coffee, you are a millionaire, you may be rich, a coffee means nothing to you, but for that coffee you shall fight. Or somebody says something, suddenly you get triggered. It's like touching you on the wrong spot. You forget, I am the happiness, I am the absolute. It's because praptasya prapti, to gain something which is already gained. To gain something already gained, because of the ignorance the distance comes, I must have the knowledge. When I must have the knowledge, it requires a means of knowledge. The 5 means of knowledge, your sense organs, are redundant in relation to self-knowledge. So the means of knowledge is sabda, sound. Object of knowledge is subject of knowledge, yourself. Knowledge takes place in the mind. So your mind must be ready. The teacher who reveals the knowledge with these words. Somebody has written a note, sound teacher. The teacher uses the word. Understand? Must be okay. You cannot escape the knowledge because you are already there. So taking for granted that the truth is already existing, the teacher knows about it. Now if the knowledge doesn't take place, the student must be ready. So I must look for myself. Am I prepared for this knowledge? What is a prepared mind? A prepared mind is something. A prepared mind is one which has clear discrimination. It doesn't know what the eternal is, but it knows for sure what ephemeral is. That these are all passing dreams. Everything shall come to an end. Therefore, I am not interested in this. With that disposition, your mind will be free from preoccupations. Understand? Preoccupation is something which really prevents you from being with yourself. You understand that example? Preoccupation is a very, very subtle thing. In a preoccupation means, you know what happens? In preoccupation, just like your tongue is burnt, think. Your tongue is burnt. Burnt means not burnt, it's, like you take a hot cup of coffee. Morning, you don't know what you are, going there and you're taking the coffee. Suddenly, if the coffee is too hot, your tongue is scalded. After that, you cannot taste any food. If your mind is wounded, like you are deceived in love, cheated in business, your trust is spoiled, destroyed. With that type of mind, which is cheated, deceived, you can't believe anymore anybody. This is the preoccupied mind. So already suppose you have got a strong conditioning inside yourself, very strong conditioning. Object happiness is in the sense object world. Then that mind you cannot engage in the study of yourself. Are you getting that? So most of the time people have that type of idea. So you should enjoy discrimination. Even though you have discrimination, there is no dispassion because I know it is not there, but what to do? There is no other source of happiness, therefore I go for it. Also helplessness. I know there is no happiness in that object, but then what else to do? If I don't get that, nothing else is available. Therefore go. But say, no, now I am interested in knowing about myself and therefore I will not engage myself in any other pursuit for some time. Once you enjoy that disposition, you are happy with, that type of disposition facilitates your understanding, being with yourself. And there nothing happens. Don't wait for a light to explode or a sound to be explode or some sensation to happen. No. Because by habit again, if you are looking for something to happen, you shall prevent yourself from understanding yourself because you are waiting for something to happen. Most time people think enlightenment is a happening. It will happen with some extraordinary color or display of some type of brilliant sensations. No. To enjoy the silence, what sound shall you need? Take that as an example. To be conscious, what thought shall you need? See this, please look at this. Do you see this flower? Do you see this flower? I show you the flower. Do I give you the eyesight? Huh? I only show you the flower. Do I give you the eyesight? I take away the flower. Can I take away your eyesight? Are you getting that point, please? You are already capable of seeing. I only present a flower in front of you. I don't give you the eyesight, but I give you an object to see. I shall say, please think of mango. Think, make a thought. Or think of your childhood days. I have given you a subject to think. Am I making you conscious? You are already conscious. I can take away a thought or a thought can go away, but you can never be made unconscious. Because to be conscious, you don't need a thought. Please see that point. Also, please use it. Okay? Use it. Have you been able to use your thoughts? Please do that. One thought you do, you will have an access into it just like that. As you are taking your food, a thought comes up. One more, smile. It's okay. Be yourself. You succeed? Oh. Are you getting that point, please? You get to hang on to it. After all, thoughts are only suggestion. That is why mano nigraha. A total insight into your mind. Thoughts of various kinds. As our course continues, we shall see more of it, but for the time being, please see. It's just every thought is suggestion. To do or not to do is my choice. If you can catch it at the level of the thought, you'll be a very restful person. You'll be a very restful person. Restful person does not mean lazy bone. Restful person is very smart, very conscious, but you are not restless. Usually people think you must be, if you are an active person, you must be a restless person. No. If you are a restful person, you can be tremendously active without being restless. That is the secret of action. Secret of action is not how restless you are. Like a person will do one thing, but the whole world will know. And there are other people who will be million things, nobody knows about it. One thing you do, but everybody must know about it, because they are restless. Understand? Whereas you are a restful person, 100 things you can do, nobody will know about it. You are absolutely, if you do yourself 100 activities, you are not lazy, lethargic, you are not afraid, frightened of your thought. So look at yourself. Are you being restful now? If you are, again, it facilitates the understanding. Okay. Suppose you say, very difficult. All right. At least catch at the level of your sense organs of action. You are almost ready to shout, fight, blurt out. No. Your hands are already moving. At least there you stop. If you don't stop, as I told you yesterday, it shall trigger unnecessary chain reaction, and you have to deal with the things which you don't have to deal with. Avoidable problems. If you are a conscious person, are you getting that? Whether, please, if you understand even a little bit of it, whether you understand, just giving an example, whether you understand it or not, but if this much you live your life with, your life will be peaceful. But of course you can't escape the understanding of yourself because you are that. Sama, Dhamma. And then in order to do that, Uparama, Swadharma Anushtanameva. You do what is expected of you to do. Like you are at this moment, come here to study. So what shall I do? Study. If I am supposed to wake up, I wake up. Supposed to chant, chant. Read, write. Then you can see your resistance inside. The moment you follow a routine, you can see your resistance. My mother, he never read any book. So she never thought that she had any eye problem. When my father wanted to go for a checkup, my father is older. Checkup, my mother says, why are you going for a checkup? What is wrong with your eyes? Nothing wrong with me. She never thought anything wrong with me because she never looks at the book. If you look at a small letter, then only you will know the difficulty. If you don't have a particular routine to follow, you think everything is okay. Why? There is no resistance. You want to go somewhere? Go. Do something? Do. Watch a movie? Watch a movie. Eat something, whatever you want to eat, eat. Because there is no planned program. But suppose you say, I shall finish my writing before 12 o'clock. Then you will know how difficult it is for your mind. If you say, I shall finish this job in 2 days' time, I'll write a letter in half a day, I'll sit down for half an hour every morning, I'll be out of my bed exactly at 5:30. Just take these decisions and then you shall see how wonderful your mind is. That is why people take lot of resolves, but nothing is followed. It's a habit, it's just a habit. A husband and wife, they were very argumentative. Sort of, they live life. There are moments of love, moments of arguments also like anywhere else. Heavily arguing. And when they fight like cats and dogs. And of course, you know what it is. There's sort of heavy argument. It goes into the system. One day the man comes back from outside and the woman has, it is his 65th birthday. So the woman has purchased something nice, 2 nice ties. And when he comes, she very fondly hands it over to him and says, so many happy returns as usual, wonderful, have a nice day and all that. The man was moved because he never thought his woman is going to give her some gift. They totally moved and he said, okay, today don't cook anything, we'll go for dinner. And get ready, we shall learn nothing, we'll have a nice evening. So the person goes there because he never thought that, he never himself remembered his birthday. So he comes back and goes there, dresses up nicely and comes back. And the woman also is ready. And he says, so shall we go? The woman looks at him and he says, suddenly the other mood overtakes. He says, what? You mean to the other tie is not that good? He had given 2 ties. One of those ties he has put on. So immediately she says, what about the other tie? This is a habitual disagreement. If you give 2 ties, can a person put both the ties at a time? So whichever you put on, the other one is, that means you are discarding the other one. You understand? You are finding a reason to fight. There are some people who find reason to be miserable. They must be miserable. If they are not miserable, they don't have their cup of tea. Laughing is a crime. You should not laugh. Serious, very serious. Don't laugh, eh? It's not a nice thing to do. Most people have their last laughter when they're 5-year-old. After that, it has gone. Just you think for yourself. When you had the hearty laughter in your recent past, most of the time is selfish. Yes, there is no, in preoccupation, there shall be no laughter. When you are preoccupied, you cannot laugh. You take that for you just think for yourself. You are preoccupied, you cannot laugh. You cannot be relaxed. Because nothing tickles you anymore. In a preoccupied mind, you will always listen to your mind. You don't listen to the creation anymore. When you carry your load inside, are you getting that point? When you carry your load inside, you don't see anything anymore. There is one picture. It's like you are deceived in your love. 100 men will be passing, 100 women will be passing, they don't interest you. You have an examination tomorrow. 100 things are happening, you are not seeing it tomorrow, you are not seeing it at all. You have got something to do. Not many people are flexible. Wisdom gives you flexibility. in your mind simultaneously 100 programs can go on. It is just like a computer. Understand? It's just like computer. Since that language has come, I'll tell you. Like computer. Please don't worry about your thought. Because, understand that computer language. All of you now are used to computer. Please. When you don't do something with your computer for some time, you are leaving it idle, what happens? There will be one screensaver coming in. Going in like that. One screensaver goes in. What does the screensaver mean? The screensaver means, listen carefully, the screensaver means the computer is awake, not asleep. Computer is awake. So you don't have to restart. It's already functioning. Just touch anywhere and it will come back. The whole page will come back. Okay. Now, when the computer page comes back, suppose you don't like what you see, what you should do? You bring back whichever program you like. You bring back whichever program you like. Whichever program you are doing now, that does not mean other programs have run out. They are also continuously running. Simultaneously 100 programs are running. But you have got one program on the top. Okay? Same principle with your mind. Computer has imitated brain. Brain doesn't imitate computer. What they do? Now please see that, friends. When you sit down doing nothing, if all your thoughts are coming, they are all screensavers. To tell that you are awake. You don't have to wake up again. You are not asleep. Are you getting that point? And when you have got one screensaver, in this there are 1,000 screensavers. Any thought is a screensaver. You see the beauty? And a screensaver is not a problem. Okay, now you want to use it, touch it anywhere. Meaning, just think. So one thought comes up for you. Suppose you don't like what you see, bring up another one. But let that other thought also run. Simultaneously, you can have 100 programs inside. 10 o'clock I have to go to office. 12 o'clock I have to meet a client. 2 o'clock I have a lunch program. 3 o'clock I have a coffee break. 4 o'clock I have to go out. 6 o'clock return home. Bring the baby from music class. Bring some food because today there is no cooking in the home. I have to pick up my wife or husband. 8 o'clock do this. The whole program is running inside your head. Right or wrong? But the restless actor, when you don't know yourself that you are consciousness, but you consider yourself a thinker, I thought, that I gets worked up. So many things to do, I don't know what to do, so many things to do. You understand? Who is talking? Who is talking so many things to do? Body is talking? Consciousness is talking? I is talking. So many things to do. The computer is not worried that there are 1,000 programs. The computer programmer is worried that there are 1,000 programs. Computer is least worried. The programmer who gets worried. Right? Individuality, the I gets worried. Consciousness, never. So every thought is beautiful. So how do you like in your computer screen only one program is sitting permanently? Preoccupation is putting one program on the top. With one thing in your head and nothing else is existing. To such people, my God, it will be so difficult to talk with them because they are permanently damaged. No human being should be like that. Some are, but you can fix it up. Understand, friends? So when you see this, every thought is beautiful. That is where Swadharma Anusthana, doing your own duty, becomes easy. So there is no conflict anymore. With that mind you can understand. And that gives you titiksha. Titiksha means Sitosna Sukha Dukkhadi Sahisnutvam. You develop the capacity, what they call tolerance, forbearance. If you are interested in this knowledge, please understand, when you are interested in this knowledge and engaging yourself in this study, you must have the titiksha, tolerance. Why? Because intolerance triggers unnecessary reactions within. Understand? Intolerance triggers unnecessary reactions. And at this moment, when you want to be with yourself, you are not going to trigger unnecessary reactions. I am interested in being with myself. Now suppose, oh, this weather is so bad. No, if it is sunshine, beautiful. Raining, excellent. Somebody talking to me, okay. Did not talk to me, okay. They complimented me, wonderful. They hated me, beautiful. Why? Let them do whatever they want to do. I am happy with myself. Are you getting that point, please? This is titiksha. I am just giving you simple examples. Sita, Usna, Sukha, Dukkhadi, Sahisnutam. These pairs of opposites you cannot escape in life. Sita, Usna, cold and heat. Not only cold and heat from the nature, but coldness and warm behavior from other people. Some people shall be terribly cold to you. Frozen winter. They want to make you feel uncomfortable. Some people warm up to you. Very nice people, very nice thing. In both ways, don't melt. When some people are wanting to freeze you, don't get frozen. And some people are warming up, don't melt away. Both ways, you will be in trouble. You must be totally aware of myself. Sita, Usna, Sukha, Dukkhadi, Svaishnutam. Sukha, Dukha. Sukha, Dukha also means comfortable sensation, uncomfortable sensation. You cannot escape. I am sitting down for meditation, being with myself. I am going to write a note for myself. Oh, some person is talking there. If you go on reacting, why is he talking? Why is he talking? Your mind will not move from that. Just think. Accepting, because difficulties shall be there in life. Uncomfort, discomfort, comfortable situation, you cannot escape. That is something natural. And here I am interested in knowing myself. Therefore, both I accept. Certain times food I like may come there. What I don't like also has come. Okay. I am interested in satisfying my hunger and walking away. Bas, it doesn't matter. That attitude makes your life so beautiful. With the same attitude you extend to your entire life, what will happen? Beautiful. Are you getting that? That's why this knowledge is so fantastic. Okay, Sukha Dukha, it is tolerance. Then, you should have Shraddha. Read. Shraddha Kidrushi Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasa hai Shraddha. This Shraddha is a very beautiful statement, please. You should have another mental disposition, what you call Shraddha. Shraddha in Sanskrit, usually immediately they translate in English as belief. But it's much more than belief. Shraddha means, please understand, belief pending discovery. Shraddha does not mean blind belief. Belief pending discovery. You should have a sense of belief in the teacher and in the scripture. But at no time it must be a blind belief. It must be a belief pending discovery. At this moment I don't know. Therefore I believe in you. But until you must make me know. It should not be a continuous belief only. Are you getting that point, please? A belief pending discovery. Not simply, believe it. And this is something very, very rational. Oh, don't say, oh, so you are demanding me to believe. No, I am not asking you to believe. I'm asking you to believe pending discovery. Why? If you don't have a belief, listen carefully, this is very beautiful. If you don't have a belief, you shall not start your inquiry. Give an example. Is there water in moon? Think. Is there water in Jupiter? Is there life in Mars? What shall you say? Suppose I say, is there extraterrestrial life? Just take that. Is there extraterrestrial life? Is there life in any other planet or star, not star, any other planet other than the Earth? What shall you say? What shall you say? Can you say yes? You can't say yes. Why? You don't know. Can you say no? No. Why? Because you again don't know. To say yes, you must see. To say no also, you must see. You must know. Okay. But suppose you say there is no water in Mars. Will you explore? Even before you go there and explore, if you already conclude that there is no water in the Mars, will you send a spacecraft? Are you getting that? Whereas, if you say Earth is a planet, there is water. Maybe Mars is a planet, there may be water. And therefore, explore. You send a spacecraft. If you conclude, even before you begin your search, you shall not begin the search. Are you getting that? That is why theist and atheist. Atheists are the most irrational, illogical people. They think atheists are very logical. Atheists are not rationalists. Atheists are the most irrational people. Why? They have already concluded even before knowing what it is. Is there a God? No. How do you know? Is there a truth? No. How do you know? Is there a truth? Suppose a believer says, is there a truth? Yes. How does he know? Both are stupid. But if a person says, like suppose I ask you a question. In my room, there is an ivory Krishna. A Krishna statue, Krishna idol made out of ivory. In my room, there is an ivory Krishna. Is it there or not? What shall you say? To say yes, you must go and see it. To say no also, you must go and see it. If you have not gone there, what shall you say? I don't know. But suppose you say, suppose, Swamiji, since you say, I believe in it. Since you say, I am believing in it. Then, if you believe in it, suppose I say, okay, come with me. Suppose you don't believe in it, will you come with me? If you believe, you will start the enquiry. If you don't believe, you will not start the enquiry. So the person who says it is as useless as a person who says it is not. But we both have not seen. That is why if a person believes and stays at the stage of belief throughout is useless. You believe, but you are a believer only. You don't know. You are useless. That is why you can be challenged. The person who says he is not there, the person says he is not there. He does not believe. And he doesn't want to know about it. You believe, but you have nothing to substantiate. That is why if you believe, it gives you a beginning. But you ultimately must end up in knowledge, knowing. Are you happiness? Listen. Are you happy? Person says, no. There is no such thing as happiness in life. Non-believer. What shall you do to him? He has already concluded even before inquiring. But suppose somebody says, if I can be happy for a moment in life, why not forever? If I can smile for a moment, why not forever? That possibility is there. Therefore, I believe. And then what the teacher tells you? You are the happiness, you are immortal. Suppose I tell you, you are an idiot and you resist, I can understand. But when I say you are immortal, should you resist or should you beg me? Huh? When I say you are the happiness itself, should you resist that statement or should you beg me? How? Tell me, because everybody says I'm an idiot, I'm a rascal, I'm a rogue, but you are telling I'm infinity, absolute, immortal. Wow, how? Really? Should we be more interested or should we be doubting? Even if you are doubting, you should be interested. Why? Prove it. Prove it. See how beautiful it is? But the person says, no, those are romantic ideas. Now, to that idiot, what can you do? That is why atheists are not rational people. Atheist, the rationalist means irrational, most irrational, because the fellow who has concluded even before attempting to understand. Believers stand in a better position, but if they do not investigate and know the truth, they shall be as useless. Because that person will be permanently again disabled and damaged. Why? Because always he shall be afraid of other people challenging his belief. If it is a belief, you shall be afraid of being challenged. Because it's only a belief. You don't know. You understand the difference between knowledge and belief? Knowledge is, I have a father. Is it a knowledge or belief? I believe I have a father. I believe I have a mother. Do you believe or you know? That's a knowledge. In belief means what? There is a possibility of being there or not there. I believe there is life in Mars. That meaning, it may be, may not be. I know there is life in Earth. Why? I am the fact. Understand? So, the person who comes to this knowledge, the teacher, the scripture, they demand this. What is that? Shraddha. You should have a person who should Shraddha. Shraddha means a belief pending discovery. Then you shall be willing to investigate. Understand? Willing to investigate. I am the happiness. Really? Then you analyze your experience. That is why when you are an atheist, you have a huge mental block. A non-believer has a huge block. Not only a non-believer has a block, but other person also says, there is no hope of happiness in this world. There is happiness, some moments of happiness, but there is no eternal happiness. Another block. You know what is difficult to crush? These blocks. Somebody has created a block. It's not you created. Somebody has given an idea and you block. If you say you have a block, he shall say you have a wishful thinking that you are happiness. Why? Because you are only believing, you don't know it. A believer is a wishful thinker. If he has not taken it to the logical end, you begin with a belief, but you don't end with belief. You begin with a belief, but end with knowledge. I am the happiness itself. So, who says that? Guru Vedanta Vakya. Listen carefully. Guru Vakya Yeshu Vishwasa. I believe in the teacher. I believe in the teacher, but there is no Vedanta, there is no Upanishads. That is where, understand the line. Not only I believe in the teacher, but also in the scripture. Why? If that Guru has got his own personal truth to talk, let him keep it with him. This is New Age Gurus. The New Age Gurus have their all personal enlightenment under the tree, inside the house, inside the stone, under the water, that type of stuff. Why? Special moment. Why I was sitting down there, something happened to me. You should read that book. Everywhere these so-called slaves call themselves masters, because slaves have experiences. Call themselves masters and talk about specialized illuminations. Then what happens? All the followers now busy for that type of specialized illumination. If there is one thing which is not special And out total ordinary, it is the understanding of yourself. Why? Same thing, like I told you, space is extraordinarily ordinary. Silence is extraordinarily ordinary. All pervasive, unobtrusively moves into everything. But a palace is extraordinary. A mountain is extraordinary. A star or a galaxy is extraordinary beauty. Space, bland. Immortality, extraordinarily ordinary. Mortality is exotic. 50 years, 60 years of life, ooh. Understand? An example comes, I had given to my students, I'll tell you. Look at that watch. Just have a look at the watch. 1 second, then bring your head back. Don't worry. Just feel it. So that watch, you see, there are 3 hands. Okay? Second hand, watch hand, and the minute hand. 3 hands are there. Okay? Now suppose, and that watch, what does it show? Minute and hour of the day, right? Make it a watch which shows you 1,000 years. Okay, just 1,000 years. Forget timeless existence. Okay, even you do whatever you like. Now suppose you have got the second hand. Suppose you have a microsecond hand. How quickly it will move? Microsecond means 1/1,000,000th part of a second. Suppose you have got a microsecond hand. How quickly it will move? You can't even see it. It will be going on. Microsecond hand, think. Microsecond hand. Such movement you know what to do. Second hand. You can see second hand moving. Can you see the minute hand moving? At least if you look at it for some time, you can see minute hand also moving. Watch hand, it is very difficult. But suppose there is a day hand. Think. Suppose there is a day hand. Will the movement be visible? There is a movement, but will it be visible to you? There is a month hand. There is an year hand. There is a century hand. Millennium hand. 100,000 year hand. Billion year hand. Timeless. Which is exotic? The movement or the immobile? Movements are exotic. Immobile is so ordinary. That bland piece of paper, white piece of paper is timeless existence. Letters, those are all exotic stuff. Body is exotic because mortal. Thoughts are exotic, changing. Your self-awareness, absolutely ordinary. So if somebody makes illumination, a special illumination, and specialized stuff, you destroy the chance for everybody. Understand? It is he, and you deny him the possibility. Are you getting that? It is yourself. The moment you put such high expectations, build up such glamorous descriptions around it, the person gets lost. He thinks it's not for me. Hey, what do you mean it's not for me? It is me. What is the question? Not for me. That is why I believe in a teacher who? Vedanta Vakya, one who keeps through the scripture. And what type of scripture it is? Listen carefully. What type of scripture it is? Vedanta. What type of scripture? That we shall call as the scripture, Shastra, Anadhigata Avadhita Jnanajanakam Shastram. That is the definition. What shall I call a scripture? Scripture is something which gives me the knowledge of something which I cannot find from any other source. I don't need to go to a scripture to come and tell me I am finite, I am limited, I am mortal, I am dying, I am miserable. I know it. Do I need a scripture for that? Do I need a teacher to come and tell me I am mortal, I am dying, I am changing? Very, very difficult. Everything is very difficult. Do I need a teacher for that? I know it. Obvious things you don't need to know from a teacher or a scripture. The scripture is something, listen, the scripture is something which helps you to understand something which you cannot get it from somewhere else. Anadhigata. Nowhere else you get it. Physics book will not tell you you are infinity. Mathematics book will not tell you are infinity. Geography book will not tell you. That which tell you are infinity absolute. Nothing less than that. There was a student. He was studying with a teacher. And the teacher was telling him that how he is infinity, he is absolute, he is the God, he is the truth, he is the happiness, he is the freedom. But somehow the boy didn't have that brilliance to accept, to understand. He could not understand it. So he, mentally got tired because he can't understand. So he left him and went to another teacher to study that how he is different from everything. Different from God, different from creation, different from everything, He went to study all that. And then, after study was over, he comes back to the teacher to have an argument with him, how this oneness, infinity is all wrong. So the old man saw him and said, you want to have a discussion? And the old man told him, all right, go, you see my whole face is full of dadi, beard, no tooth. So if I start speaking, it will be filtered. You can't hear. You want to have a discussion? No? Go and call a barber. So the student goes and call a barber. In India, you can bring the barber home. He comes in. And then barber comes there and gives him a nice shave, complete mundan, old shave, complete, full moon. And the teacher picks up the barber's mirror, looks at his face. Oh, what he sees, he is impressed. Full moon, shining head. And the fellow was so pleased with himself, the teacher was so pleased with himself, he fell at the feet of the barber and said, O Narayana, O God, you gave such wonderful beauty to me. Now imagine, he is a wise man, venerable, respected teacher, and 80-year-old, and this barber, poor thing, ordinary fellow, doesn't know anything, and this great teacher falling at the feet of the barber. What do you think barber will feel? He jumped like as though he is catching fire. He jumped and he got very angry. So how can you fall at my feet and don't do that to me again? I will not come again. How can you say I am God, I am Narayana, I am the truth, I am God? And he was very, very angry with love and affection. The student understood. What? What he took 10 years study to understand that he is not God, the barber has understood it even before going anywhere else. You don't need to go to teacher and scripture to know that you are idiot, you are a mortal, you are a rascal, you are useless, you are miserable. Everybody knows it. If at all the teacher should say something, scripture should say something, he should say you are immortal, absolute. Then only I shall believe in. And when shall you get it? Now, when shall you get it? Now and here. Then I can believe in you. Suppose you say hereafter, it will be a permanent belief. Suppose the 10th man, that old man comes and tells the 10th man, I shall give you the 10th man. When? After 100 years. Will you believe? What is there to believe? I won't be there after 100 years. But when the person says, you are the truth, and when shall I know it? Now and here. Don't you think you should have a Shraddha? See the built up. That is why openness of the mind, totally open. Until I discover, I believe. Nobody wants you to believe blindly. Until you discover, believe. And once you discover, is it a belief? It's your knowledge. You say, oh my God, that's right. So Guru Vedanta Bhakya is Vishwasraddha. When you have this Shraddha, listen carefully, when you have this Shraddha, this belief, this acceptance, your mind opens up. It's an open mind. An open mind has no resistance. Understand? And an open mind has no resistance. Open mind does not mean a gullible mind. Open mind means you are ready for every dimension. You are ready to question. If it is valid, you take it. Invalid, you dump it. That type of mind, open mind. But most people are gullible. Because like people who believe in miracles, you are not supposed to question, that man is God, this man is dog, or that man is useless, this thing. What is this? Keep your mind open. Guru, then you can ask another question. This is the thing. Do I need a guru for this? Another thing. Why can't I study by myself? Why can't I know by myself? Please, friends, think over it. Please think over it. These are the huge, huge blocks inside. A person can say, do I need a guru for this knowledge? Why? Because nowadays, when you see that guru is exploiting and all that stuff, and you see everywhere, naturally you say, oh boy, these gurus, it's a big guru. No business like guru business. It's true. It has become very nonsensical. But see that. Why shall I believe in a guru? Other day, one of the famous writers, journalist, has written, oh, because one or two sadhus suppose going crazy somewhere, oh, suddenly everybody is useless. Can you do that? Just think, friends. In which profession there are no fakes? Name one profession where there is no fake. Every teacher in a college or school doesn't teach. Maybe 90% teach, or 90%, 10% teach, 90% cheat. Go to engineers, go to doctors, go to musicians. Any profession of life, there are genuine people, there are also cheats. From same human world, sadhus, monks, monks have all come from the same block, same stock. So there shall be always some people who will be genuine. There will also some people who will be fake. For one fake, you don't dismiss all the genuine. Nor because one person is genuine, you brand everybody as genuine. You take case by case. Are you getting that point, please? And another thing, please appreciate. Why a genuine person is accepted? Why a fake person is accepted? Simple logic. If I give, in India, you have the biggest note, monetary note, is 1,000. Monetary legal tender is 1,000 rupee note. There is no 10,000 rupee note. Suppose I give you a 10,000 rupee note, will you take it? You won't take it. Why? Because there is no 10,000 rupee note. This fellow is cheating. Acha. Suppose I give you a 500 rupee fake note, will you take it or not take? You will take it. Why? Because there is a genuine, a fake is accepted. Understand? A fake is accepted because there is genuine. Suppose there is no genuine 500 rupee note, will you accept a 500 rupee note? No. Why a fake person is accepted? Because there is a genuine person. Why a fake Rolex is taken? Because there is a genuine Rolex. Why a fake diamond? Because there is a genuine diamond. Why there is a fake gold ornament? Because genuine ornaments are there. Why there is a fake sadhu is accepted? Because there is a genuine sadhu is accepted. So shall you therefore dismiss everybody as fake, or you should learn to recognize the fake between the fake and the genuine? You must know how to recognize a genuine. And in order to recognize a genuine, you must be genuine. And when you are genuine, you have no need for fake. Responsibility goes back to you. When you are a genuine person, you will not need any fake. You will recognize, and you're useless. Because I know there is no happiness there, and he's asking me to go another sensation, rubbish. But suppose you are a fake fellow, you want a little sensation, so somebody gives you some sensation with the philosophy, you go for it. That is where sensational teacher becomes sensationally successful. Huh? Because I am looking for sensation. So somebody gives a philosophy behind the sensation and he says, you can have it. So I feel very comfortable. There are two doctors. You are a person on the fatter side of life. Just an example. You go, one doctor says, you want to lose your fat? Yes. You have to do hard exercise, heavy exercise, dieting. 2 months, 3 months, don't look at even coffee, forget other sweets. You have to do it. Regimentation, exercise. Another doctor says, oh, you're fine. You want to lose weight? Don't worry. Come here. Massage. No dieting, no medicine, no exercise, no nothing. Massage. Just to lie down, somebody works on you. You get up, hourglass. Now, be honest. Where shall you go? Be honest. Will you go to the will you go to the massage parlor, or will you go to the fellow who is strict diet and heavy regimentation? Everybody goes to massage. In religion also same thing. There is a massage parlor where the fellow will say, you need not do anything. I am here, I will take care of it. Touch your bottom, boom, it will everything go. You need not do anything. I am here. You need not worry. I will take care of everything. You just open your purse. Everything else is taken care. The other fellow says, nothing. Your brain you have to fix. How many people will come? Where will you go? You understand? Why there are 100,000 people sitting there and holding their nose? Why there are 100,000 people sitting down there and shaking and rocking and chanting and singing? Because you need not do anything. Just sing, everything will be all right. Just dance, everything will be all right. If you say think, the fellow runs. The moment you say the fellow, you must think, he runs for life. Why? Your thinking is so difficult. Thinking means he has to change. Are you getting that point? Thinking means he has to change. Singing means all thoughts intact, but sing. That is why you can show a facade of spirituality. You can show a facade of religiousness, facade of holiness, but inside, the same fool continues. Whom are you cheating, sir? Think. That is why. A teacher is necessary. Why? Because, first, don't dismiss a teacher. Because, just because there is somebody cheating. One doctor cheats you. Do you stop visiting all doctors? One shopkeeper cheats you. Do you stop visiting all shopkeepers? Stop, because you need it. So, if you have a need for discovering happiness, 100 places you may get cheated. You shall go to 101 place. Why? I am interested in discovering. What is there if by chance somebody cheated? Okay, so what? But I must find it. And somebody has to teach. Why? Please understand, friends. Nothing in your life we have learned by ourselves. Please take that statement and work on it. Nothing in our life, in our human life, there is nothing which we have learnt all by ourselves. Go to the beginning, then you will understand. Did you learn the English language all by yourself? Your mother tongue is English. Your mother tongue is Oriya. Your mother tongue is Hindi. Your mother tongue is Spanish. Your mother tongue is Italian. Whatever your mother tongue. Did you learn it by yourself? Did somebody, just think. How did you get introduced to the alphabets? If you say letter date, I studied the philosophy by myself. But who taught you the book, letter? Who taught you the language? You are building upon what you have been given. You have not started it. Are you getting that point, please? Whatever you learn later on, the beginning was made by somebody else. There is nothing in life which you learn by ourselves. Nothing. We build upon something else. Are you getting that point, please? And what is the material which you are building upon? Wrong notions. Wrong notions have been given to us. happiness outside, happiness in the object, God is somewhere, after the death only you shall be free. All these type of popular ideas, which we have not questioned, but completely accepted. Naturally, on a wrong assumption, can you build a right idea? Think, just think. On a wrong assumption, can you build a right idea? How? It's like in a shaky foundation, you want to put up a strong building. How? Think. You are not sure of yourself. The driver is a drunk, but is purchasing new cars after new cars. The driver is drunk. Instead of fixing himself, he damages one car, purchases another car. Damages one car, purchases another car. You are drunk. You don't know anything about yourself. You jump from philosophy to philosophy, gurus to gurus, practices to practices, religion to religion, renunciation to renunciation, indulgence to indulgence. You are crazy. Are you getting that point? You must be touched. I must know about myself. And all the ideas you have picked about yourself, somebody has given. Who told you your name is Ram? Were you born with a tag? Anybody? With a name tag? Who told you are Ram? Who told you are David? Same child. Name Ram, Hindu. Name David, Christian. Name Muhammad, Hindi. Not Hindi, what is the boy? Islam, Christian. What is this? A name. Indian name, American name, European name, Australian name, Aboriginal name, tribal name. What is this? From a human being, you are already branded just with a name. Just think, just think. You are a man, you are not supposed to cry. You are a woman, tomboy. What is this? From the day one, are you understanding that point, please? So many different types of thought, wrong assumptions. On the wrong assumptions, you are creating a right thinking, right? I can do by myself. Yes. What shall you do by yourself? Mistakes only. That is why the job of the teacher and the teaching is not fixing your life, but fixing you. You know about yourself. Thereafter, which God you want to worship? Don't ask me. Which you don't want to worship? Why are you bothering me? What shall you eat? Don't ask me. What shall I put on? Whether you dress or don't dress, that's your choice. Eat or not eat, your choice. Don't bother those things about me. I am a driver. I teach you driving. What car you want to afford? You choose. You know about yourself as to who you are. Because same for everybody. Universal first name, I. Is it logical or illogical, friends? Please. And the best part of the teaching is the teacher is not interested in branding you again. It doesn't give you a new identity, but gives you absolute identity as to who you are. There is no relative identity. In relation to secular identity, you have a secular identity. In relation to religious identity, you are a religious identity. But who you are is not a secular or religious thing, not a role. If you see yourself, what roles you shall assume? Shall you take my permission? And who am I to hijack your life? Think. When you go to the school, do you allow the teachers to hijack your life? Then why do you allow the religious fellows to hijack your life? My guru says so. Huh? My God says so. My book says so. Dump the book. Don't worry. You must see for yourself who you are. And after that, you choose. You choose. You don't disturb anybody. See, I am happy with myself, but I like only this red dress. Oh, that man is putting on another dress. Let him put on. That's not my problem. I like this one. I like only bread. The other fellow is writing rice. Let him eat rice. I have no problem with anybody. I won't impose myself upon you. You don't impose yourself upon me. That is why conversion is nil. When you help the person to know himself, that is the final conversion, if you can say conversion. You are with yourself, finished. After that, what shall you put on? Anything. That is why you become a person, jale jailam, jalam, taile tailam. You are like a drop of water in water. You are like a drop of oil in the oil. Merge. Everywhere you merge, you are not visible. Somebody is singing, you join the singing. Somebody dancing, you join the dancing. Somebody sitting quiet, you sit down quiet. Somebody is doing something, let him do that, no problem. Anywhere, everything. What shall you do? Anything, whatever you do, I do. You understand the flexibility, the coconut on the ocean. Nothing, friends, which you have learned by ourselves. Like a child is asked, what do you want to become? Aeronautical engineer. What does the child know what it means to be an aeronautical engineer? Child is speaking or father is speaking through child? What does the child know to be Supreme Court? I want to be Chief Justice of Supreme Court. What does he know what is to be justice? What does he know about Supreme Court? But he is simply repeating what the father has said. Some of the ideas you have picked up. And nothing we know about ourselves. That is why a guru. The teacher is one who does not hijack your life. In fact, a right teacher is least interested in that because it's a waste of time to hijack people's lives. You know what a headache it is? You have to always, be responsible. What a headache. Let the person live his life. Why? Please see. Another one point I'll give you, then I'll move on to the next one. Please see. This is very important, friends, because a lot of misconceptions about these gurus, traditions are in the head. No. Don't say, I will be a light unto myself. Another nonsense. I will be a light. I am a light unto myself. What type of light? You are in darkness. What type of light can you create? First, know about yourself. It's arrogance. Or the person who says, you don't need a teacher. Oh, you don't need a teacher. Should we talk about it? As I told you other day. Suppose a person says enlightenment is spontaneous. Why are you talking about it? Oh, it happened to me. Then it will happen to everybody. Why are you talking? What is the need? No, you must read his books. For what? Enlightenment is spontaneous. Why should I read that book? Just to live through life. One day it will strike you like a lightning, right? Enlightenment is not happening for you to strike. It's there. Understand? One more point, friends. This is, please see, you can write down that statement. Nothing, understand, everything about me, somebody knows better than me. I'm giving you a statement, you think over it. Choice is yours. You think over it. Everything about me, somebody knows better than me. There will be resistance to that statement. How can everybody know? Everybody knows better than me. Okay, I'll now explain to you. See clearly. You have a house. Start with the outside world. Okay? You have a house where you live. Your engineer knows better than you about your house. Your architect knows better than you about your house. Right or wrong? Your electrician knows better than you about your electricity. Okay? That is your house. Your car. Your mechanic knows better than you about your car. You don't know anything. You know only starting the car and driving the car. If stops, you don't know what to do. That is your car. Your dog. Your vet knows better than you about your dog. That's why you take it to veterinary always. Think, vet. Now, leave all these things. Now come to your body. Is your body or not? I'm not this one, yours. Okay? Think. That is your body, no? You are sitting down there. That is your body? Yes. Suppose your stomach gets upset or you get some pain. What do you go to the doctor for? What do you say, doctor? Doctor, I don't know why the stomach is upset. Now, your body, why should doctor know? 24 hours you are handling it. 24 hours, 365 days, you are handling it. Why should he know what is happening to your body? Why don't you know? Your body. But your doctor knows better than your body, are you getting that? Than you. It's your body. Every part of it. Eyes, eye doctor. Ears, ear doctor. Nose doctor. Throat, you know. My nose. Suppose somebody touches you, get lost. Oh boy, you can punish the fellow because he touches you without your permission. It's your body. So much of identification. But you don't know what is happening. Your body, no? Just like that. Like your money. You don't know anything. Your investment banker knows better than you about your money. Think. Same thing, your mind. Listen carefully. Your mind. A little difference. Your mind, you know your thoughts. Nobody shall know better than you. But you don't know how to handle your thoughts. Somebody knows better than you. Why? Because everybody is teaching us how to handle our thought. The mother has told us, so mother is angry, you are angry. So you think you can handle situation by being angry. You think you can handle your emotions by being liar. Sometimes you think you be honest. So you are using honesty, you are using falsehood, you are using anger, you are using jealousy, you are using hatred. You forget and you do not ever know that while using these emotions, you are really manipulating yourself. You are more manipulated by the emotions than you are manipulating. Because when you are manipulating an emotion, in fact, you are unconsciously, subtly manipulated. Right or wrong? Just take that point. Think. You may know your thoughts. Nobody knows your thoughts better than you. But somebody knows how to handle your thoughts better than you. Just like your body, your money, your wealth, your house. You live in that house for 24 hours. You know every corner of the house. But something goes wrong, you don't know how to fix it. Earlier you recognize it is better. And please see, for every other things of your life, you can have a consultant. You have got a car, you can have a mechanic, consultant. He can come and fix the car and go. Listen, you have got money, you have got a consultant to fix up your money. You have got a body, you call the doctor, you have a consultant doctor who can fix your body and go. Listen, please, very important. You have money, somebody consults. You have a business consultant. You have law, legal consultant. People think same thing they can have a spiritual consultant. Unconscious extensions. Lawyer is there to solve my legal problem. Doctor is there to solve my physical problem. Banker is there to solve my banking problem. So I have a priest. He appeals on my behalf to the God. Religious problems are over. Or I have a guru, and he, in his meditation, he remembers me, and my spiritual problems are over. I give him every day some money, consultancy fee. Doesn't work. Listen. You don't have to, please, you don't have to be a vet. Suppose, you don't have to be a vet to fix your dog. There is a vet. Take care. Let him take care. Because you can't be everything. To fix a car, you have to be a mechanic. To fix your dog, you have to be a vet. To make your house, you have to be an architect, an engineer. Now, what you shall be? Can everybody be everything? Impossible. That is why division of labor. And this division of labor, when you say there was no caste system, since it has come, let me finish it up. A pot maker is not a caste. Agriculturist is not a caste. A flower person is not a caste. Understand? All these are not caste. Just as even, is the doctor a caste today? Think. How can a barber be a caste? Barber's job is cutting hair. Somebody should cut your hair. Somebody should wash your clothes. Everybody can't do everything all the time. So different professions. Those professions which were there in ancient India, you have made a caste out of it. What about the new professions that are adding up to society? Is the doctor a caste? Teacher a caste? Chartered accountant a caste? Lawyer a caste? Do you understand the mistake? As even no professional must be condemned to a profession, no barber must be condemned to his profession. Don't say barber a caste. Are you getting that point? Say human beings, beautiful. Because everybody can't be anything. But in society we need everybody. So we need somebody to cut our hair, somebody to wash our clothes. And you also do something for somebody. Because you are a professional, they are also a professional. So each one does something. Are you getting that? So everybody's work is done. You can't be everything. So where is the caste now? Do you understand the situation? Okay. So when they are there, you can't be a doctor, you can't be engineer, you can't be a vet, you can't be. You can definitely hire a vet, hire a doctor, hire a dancer, hire a musician, hire a painter, hire an architect, but you cannot hire a guru. Do you know why? Listen carefully. When it comes to a physical operation of a body, you don't have to do anything except making yourself available. You go to the hospital, lie down. What the surgeon will do? Anesthetize you. Opens up the whole thing, removes the, opens up the belly, removes all that is to be removed, fix up all that is to be fixed, stitches it up without forgetting the knife, of course, inside. Okay? He stitches it up. Now you are back to normal. Operation over. You don't have to be a doctor for that. When it comes to, listen carefully, when it comes to operating upon your mind, nobody can operate upon you. You have to do it for yourself. I can only facilitate, but you have to think. You can't allow somebody to think for you. Are you getting that point, please? It's like telling, see, I'm hungry. Will you go and have some food and come back? Huh? In lunch time, can you send somebody? That is your idea. This man has repented for you, or this man is suffering for you, therefore you are all free. What nonsense. What nonsense. Somebody is, free, therefore you believe in him, you will also be free. Are you talking, are you making a joke? If you are hungry, can somebody eat for you? If you are bound, how can somebody be free for you? Are you getting that point, please? You cannot hire one guru. I am hiring a free man. But the gurus are there to be hired also. Why? Whether idiots are there, what to do? You want to pass on your responsibility and feel very comfortable. Massage parlor. This is known as the religious massage parlor, where the person doesn't want to take the responsibility. Everybody comes and lies down, gets massage and goes back. Massaging the ego. If you don't massage the ego of the idiot, you will not get anything. That is why the so-called teachers will not teach you what the truth is, because they don't know it. They'll teach you what you like to listen. The real teacher tells the truth. It can hurt your neck, back, anywhere, doesn't matter. This is what it is. You are drunk. You are an idiot. You don't know anything. Why? With all love and affection, you are absolute. Therefore, don't be drunk. Why people listen to this? You talk to them insulting statement. You are an idiot. How can you get confused like that? You love it. Why? Wakes you up. Understand? You cannot hire a teacher. You hire a person to fix up your dog. In the process, you don't become a vet. You go to a treatment for your body. In the process, you don't become a doctor. You need not become a doctor. But you cannot handle your mind without exactly being like your teacher. Are you getting that point? Without being a doctor, you can fix up your body. Without being a vet, your dog can be cured. Without your being an architect, your house can be fixed. Are you getting that? You can't say, without my knowing engineering, I can be engineer like my professor. You can't. In knowledge, it doesn't work. That is why you can inherit your father's hard-earned dollars, but you can't inherit his wisdom or foolishness. You can inherit anything from somebody, but not the other person's weakness or strength. Is yours. Understand? You have to make it. So when you go to the teacher, you can't hire him as a consultant. In the process, you must know how to do it for yourself. That is why when you're talking about mind as a suggestion or a command, it is for you to handle your mind. You know how to do it. About yourself, who you are. So the teacher is one who teaches you driving. Just like think. That is why if you know this, you become very, very open like this. You want to learn driving? Think. You want to learn driving? It's a very important subject, that's why I'm spending more time on this. You want to learn driving? You can't say, oh, my teacher, he's a poor fellow, he has gotten a Toyota. I have my Mercedes. I can't put my driver, instructor to my car. No. Nor can I go to that car. You cannot. Let him be in his car, I am in my car, I will learn driving. Can you learn driving like that? He in your car, can you learn driving? Now, if you are little intelligent and you are arrogant, I'm a PhD. The still fellow doesn't know anything. 10th standard pass. Or only IA or BA or MA, MSc, waste. I'm PhD, FRCS, ABCDEF. The person may suppose very proud. If you don't give a place to the teacher in your mind, you will not learn driving. Listen. You give a place to the instructor in your car. You have a Mercedes. You allow the instructor to get into your car. Listen carefully. And once you allow the instructor in your car, what is the job of the instructor? To teach you driving or to hijack your car? Are you getting that? When you are allowing the instructor to get into your car, what is his job? His job is express purpose. He has gone into you to teach you driving. Suppose he is hijacking your car. Oh my God. No. His job is to teach you driving. Not that he takes over and you just sit down, passenger. No. Teaches you driving. And once you learn driving, how long the teacher should be in your car? Gets out. Why? You drive away. At this moment, I am a student, ignorant, I don't know myself. Only with relative identity. So clashing personality. Not only, listen carefully, not only interpersonal conflict, but also intrapersonal conflict. Do you understand that language, please? Do you understand language? English? Interpersonal conflict means you have a faith, I have a faith. You know something, I know something. Interpersonal, fighting. Intrapersonal means inside you. Shall I be vegetarian? Shall I be non-vegetarian? Shall I eat garlic or shall I eat neem leaf? Shall I worship or shall I not worship? I don't believe in meditation, but I have to sit down and meditate. This is intrapersonal. Inside you, there is a war raging every day. Because you are having an intrapersonal conflict, that spills into the world as an interpersonal conflict. Whatever, are you getting that? You are confused. Therefore, you confuse everybody. Since you are going through this, not knowing how to drive, but already given the car. You don't know how to drive, but already in a car. How do you like it? Such a peculiar thing. You don't know how to drive, but already with a thought, already with a body, already crashing, already clashing. How many wounds, how many dents in the body, how many dents in your mind? Think of how many dents in your mind. How many dents on your body? Oh boy. Then you are now, after a lot of accident, you are coming to a teacher. And then suppose you come with an arrogance. No place for I in my mind, he in his mind, let him teach. Give him a space. This is when we are learning. When I am speaking, you take this thought into yourself. That is why I say think. You take this thought into yourself. So now there is a student thought, limited identity, teacher's thought, relative as well as absolute identity. Contemplation is the habitual student in you, the I, puts up his logic against the teacher's thoughts, the idea that he gives. So contemplation is, teaching is teacher outside, student outside. Contemplation is student inside, you have taken the teacher inside. Your thought versus teacher's thought. Now both you start thinking, who is right? I am the happiness is right, or I look for happiness is right? No, I am really true. Any moment of happiness, I am with myself. Okay, so I am the happiness. The teacher, students both drop out. Absolute meditation, being with yourself. That is why believing in a guru like that, not the guru wants to hijack your life. So I don't look for qualification of guru, popular guru, what type of house he has got, or what type of, how does he look, does he have a long beard, this or that, he looks very nice, he chants very nice, he produces this, produces that. Don't worry. Does he fix me up? That is why guru is so important, friends. And who is the right teacher? You shall ask me a question again. How do I know which is the right one? How do I know which is the right one? Very simple. Are you a cook? You may not be. But can you taste? Of course. Everybody is a royal taster. Nobody can cook. But immediate, you give a certificate on everybody's cooking. You can't put even salt in the water. But you have the big certificate. You can give certificate to everybody. Why? Because no cook can create a taste, the bud of which is not on your tongue. No cook can create a taste, the bud of which is not in your tongue. You can taste everything, but you can't cook anything. You may not teach. When you listen, you know what freedom is. In the process of learning, listen carefully, in the process of learning, ask yourself a question continuously. Be vigilant. In the process of learning, are you becoming independent or dependent? The smart ones, the pervert ones, shall convert you to look at your dependence as freedom. You are damaged forever. You are depending, but he names your dependence as freedom. Watch out. In the process of learning, are you being independent, dependent? How do I know I'm dependent? Can you drive your car by yourself? Yes, you are free. Now I always need my instructor by the side, bound. Can you handle your mind by yourself? Yes, free. I need my instructor always around, bound. Are you getting that point? To such a teacher who, this is tradition, such a teacher who you don't have to push him out, he drops out. You can take him in. Take the teaching inside. You fix it up by yourself. Then you don't have to always say, my teacher say, my teacher say, my teacher say. No, I say so. That is the truth. You become one with the teacher, one with the teaching. The person is not around to make you dependent. The person runs out. Because the real guru is one not in how many hearts he has created a need for himself, but how many hearts he has taken away from the need for a teacher. The real teacher is not the one who creates a need for him in somebody's heart, but it takes away the need for a teacher from somebody's life. You don't need a teacher anymore. You are free. Are you getting that? Yes. You don't have to be afraid. In such thing, your relationship with the whole world becomes fantastic. You don't depend on anybody, nor you make anybody dependent on you. Forget now teacher teaching, love, affection, personal relationship. Think. You may depend on somebody to make the person feel good, but you never make the other person dependent upon you. When the other person depends on you, you help them to rise above. It becomes beautiful relationship. You will flow like a river unencumbered. Absolutely unobstructed, you flow around the universe. That is yourself. This is teacher teaching. And in everybody's heart, that possibility is there. So, in the process of hiring a doctor, you don't become a doctor. Hiring a legal assistant, you don't become a lawyer. Hiring a vet, you don't become a vet. But if you go to a teacher, you cannot solve your problem without being the teacher. That is why this is different from other things. So this is the only relationship where you become free. Whereas in all other consultancy, you have to be permanently dependent for the rest of your life. Because you can't be a doctor always. Are you getting that? In all other business, all other profession, all other consultancy, you have to be permanently dependent. You can't be a doctor or engineer or anything. But you don't have to depend on your teacher at any time. You have a gratitude for the teaching, but no dependence for the thing. That's why you are grateful, but not a slave. There is a gratitude, but there is no slavery, no dependence. That is why Shraddha, belief, pending discovery. This man going to give me this truth. Excellent. All right. But keep your mind open. If you see in the process you are getting goofed up, go away. Don't ever stay. Not necessary. Because enough I have depended upon in life. No more Shraddha. Okay? Anyway, I never thought we'll go so much into detail, but this is the subject. Shraddha. The next one is Samadhan. We shall see in the afternoon. Just read. Samadhanam kim chittasya ekagratam. Vasting. It's a very simple thing. So then, after telling this, with this type of mind, discrimination, dispassion, no having an insight, no mind, you develop another disposition, which is chittasya ekagrata, one-pointedness of the mind. One-pointedness means what? When you are listening, you are listening. When you are cooking, you are cooking. When you are walking, you are walking. When you are playing, you are playing. Beautiful mind. Now don't take it literally. Ekagrata does not mean, when I am going on the road, driving the car, I see only the car on the road. You must be nuts. Because the stories are also there. Story, those of you who are familiar with Mahabharata, Arjuna was a mighty archer. So his teacher was trying to have a competition among the students as to who can really hit the target. So there was a tree, there was a bird, and that eye must be hit. So he asked Duryodhana, Dusasana, those fellows, what do you see? Oh, I see the whole kingdom. Whole kingdom, and then the tree, the bird, and the... okay. Then he asked Yudhishthira, what do you see? He said, only the tree, not the whole kingdom, but the tree. Other Bhima, what do you see? He also sees the whole tree, whole kingdom, because he is a Gada, Gada. Okay, anyway, so then Arjuna, the archer, was asked, what do you see? He says, oh teacher, I don't see anything except the eye of the bird. And he hit the eye of the bird. So the story is there to give ideals to children as to how they should be one-pointed like Arjuna. You damage them for the rest of their life again. Now when you look at a tree and a bird, you mean to say you don't see anything except the bird's eye? No. Your vision is everything. Your focus is one thing. You understand? One-pointedness does not mean only bird in the eye. Are you? You will go crazy. That's not. Listen carefully. Your focus is, your vision is wide. You see everything, but your focus is one. Now when you are listening to me, so many things are there going on. Suppose behind me there is a what is that, lizard walking. Or like other day there was a snake behind this. There is a snake. Don't be afraid. Nobody has been bitten ever by any snake here. Don't worry about anything. There was a snake there. His tail is come out. So the person who is sitting down there, he is already, he's going crazy. I see everybody is okay, cool, but one fellow is going crazy, then this is unusual behavior. Then I start saying, what is that? He can't even say there is a snake behind me. Then I look back, yeah, there is a snake's tail is hanging around. It's all right. So suppose you say, when I see, suppose snake come and is going over me or something like that. You see, I can't see, but you say, no, I'm such concentration on Swamiji's teaching, I only heard the sound. No snake. Ha! No, please see. You have, like you're driving on the car. When you're driving on the car, who is an ace driver? 360-degree view. Back mirror, rear view, this one, front, everything is there. But effortlessly you are talking to people also, one discussion with that, one discussion child, one discussion this, map also opening, that one also, that, GPRS, everything you are looking at it. But right on the road. Ekagrata does not mean only one thing at a time. 100 things you can see, get yourself involved, but your focus is on one. Please see that carefully. Like hundreds of cars are going on the road. Do you forget your exit? Hundreds of cars on the road. Do you forget your exit? You remember it. Let 100 cars go, but I go this way. Now, thousands of thoughts are going in different direction, different destination. One thought you have chosen for a destination. Right exit you take. And to go to yourself, what exit shall you take? Right on the spot. To be yourself, you don't have to take an exit. You are right on the spot. So, what it means is, you have no distraction of any kind. You don't name anything as a distraction. Let it be so. Let cars go. But I am on this line. 100 thoughts are going on in the head. But now I am with this thought. This is very exciting. Okay. Think. Chittasya. Such mind is so playfully creative. You understand? So playfully creative. So beautiful. Least worry. Okay. Such a person, he becomes a mumukshu. So the fourth qualification. Mumukshutvam kim moksho me bhuyaditi cha. We'll see in the afternoon. Okay? Just see that. Is relax. Close your eyes.